Hi everyone. Roseanne is back, the show that was a big hit in the 1980s and has come under fire from, of all places, Late Night with Seth Meyers. I'm not kidding. It's ridiculous. It really is. The Hill. Late Night criticises Roseanne episode about Muslim neighbours. The episode was poison, it says in quotes. It's from the article. Seth Meyers' Late Night took on a recent episode of the rebooted sitcom Roseanne this week, saying that the episode depicting Roseanne's Muslim neighbours was racist. In the segment, Amber's Minute of Fury, writer Amber Ruffin broke down the episode in which Roseanne is suspicious of her Muslim neighbours, but is forced to ask them for their Wi-Fi password. Later in the episode, she defends one of the family members in a racist encounter with a grocery store cashier. Roseanne is back and better than ever and being racist, Ruffin says. In this tired-ass episode, she has Muslim neighbours and she thinks they're terrorists until they give their Wi-Fi password, and then she decides they're okay and saves them from a different race and racist person, proving that she is no longer racist. The issue-centred episode was reportedly requested by Roseanne Barr, who has faced criticism for her pro-Trump comments and wanted to confront her own bias on the show. Okay, I don't normally talk about this sort of stuff, this popular culture, late night stuff, but I'm starting to get pissed off with it, especially with people like Seth Meyers and Stephen Colbert, who right now seem to be more like mouthpieces for the Democratic establishment than they do as comedy writers. Now, I used to watch Roseanne when I was a kid. There were three shows that used to play back to back on Channel 4, I think it was, back in the 80s. And it was Roseanne, and then it was The Golden Girls, and then it was Cheers. And I used to stop up past my bedtime and watch all three back to back. And I've just realised I'm giving away my age here. But I used to watch all three back-to-back on a Friday night, I think it aired. Used to love it. So when it returned, although I don't watch much television anymore, I thought, I'm going to start watching this. So I did, and I saw that episode. And in the episode, the reason that Roseanne needs the Wi-Fi password is because she can't afford the money to pay the Wi-Fi because she's having to pay for medical bills and that sort of thing. So it's highlighting the problem with the medical situation in America at the moment, and the for-profit health care system. So that gets cut off, and her granddaughter wants to talk with her mother via Skype, and who is based in Afghanistan. And that's why she has to go around the neighbours and ask for the password. I believe the password ended up being Go Cubs or something like that. There's something that really annoys me. First of all, the episode was damn funny. It's actually, I think, it's a personal opinion, I know, but I think it's as good as it ever was, this Roseanne was. It's really tackling current issues really well and with a funny slant. I think it's about 4 or 5 episodes in now, and each one has been as good as the next. And that episode wasn't racist whatsoever. What the episode was highlighting how bigotry and racism is the thing that divides us. And if we were to just stop with the bigotry and stop immediately tarring somebody with a brush just because of the colour of their skin or their religion, and we started talking to each other, we'd find we'd probably get on. It was a good episode. It was highlighting racism. It was highlighting how bigotry fuels racism. It was also something that Seth Meyers segment on it wasn't. It was funny. Because I watched that 4-minute Seth Meyers segment that Amber Ruffin did, and, you know, you've got the audience laughing in the background at her one-liners. And they were awful. They really were. They should really look at Roseanne and think, that's how we should write our stuff, because that's funny and what we're doing is not. But that's an aside. But the thing that really pisses me off about this is that's the angle that they've took on the episode. They've gone down the angle of, oh, it's racist, when it's not. The neighbours in that episode, and I watched it, like I say, I thought it was funny. The neighbours in that episode were from Yemen. Seth Meyers could, and other people could take that and think, right, we'll use that to highlight the Saudi-led genocide that's in Yemen at the moment that the United States and the UK are supporting. But no, they've gone down the identity politics, racism, it's pathetic. It really is. And Seth Meyers, he didn't do the segment, he just introduced it, and Amber Ruffin did the segment, but it's indicative of what these late night shows have become. It's identity politics, and they've just become mouthpieces for the Democratic establishment. There's no message there whatsoever. It's attack Trump, attack anything that we can think of or construe as racist. And any real issue, like the issue of obliterating Yemen and supporting a genocide over there, just gets lost in the mind. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, please subscribe and please click the bell down there so you get a notification of when I drop further videos. Otherwise, YouTube will hide the video from you. Yes, they have admitted that they do that. Also, we're facing an absolute onslaught in independent media from the establishment at the moment, including YouTube. I don't make any money from YouTube whatsoever. I rely totally on the audience for me to continue doing this. So if you can afford to send me $2, $3, $5, whatever it is that you can afford through Patreon, again, the link is down there, I will be eternally grateful, and it'll allow me to keep giving you the truth and cut through the propaganda and the BS that we get from the corporate and establishment media. If you can't afford to do it, please share the video as wide as you can. Talk to your friends and family about the issues that I and other channels on YouTube who are independent raise. Thanks very much for your support. We have to fight back against this. Till next time, peace and take care.